Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. We are here. Camille and I wanted to jump on a live video real quick and run you guys through the phase 2 workout. We're stoked you're here. I know a lot of you have progressed to this point, and so we want to jump in and show you how it's done. We hope you guys join us. If you're here, you know, if it's convenient for you, let's jump into it.
Join us.
There you go. Let's do it. And so we're going to go ahead and get things started. The only thing that you're going to need is a ball again. We're going to hit those ball squeezes. Let's see, the phase 1 workout, the last time that we did it live, we did it in a circuit, meaning A, B, C, D, kind of in that order. Today we wanted to rock through it a little bit differently and just kind of go just in order. And so we're going to start with some posterior pelvic tilt marches, and we're going to do it, we're going to do 30 of them. Well, so 3 sets of 10. Do 10 on each leg, take a break. Do 10 on each leg, take a break. If you can get through 30, fantastic. If you need to take breaks, go ahead and do it. Yep. And so let's go ahead and get started. So again, that first step is that posterior pelvic tilt. You're just going to rock your hips backwards. Keep your back flat to the ground. Engage your core. So now we're going to keep the back flat. We're going to suck the stomach in towards the spine and then hold that position while we lift a leg up off the ground. There's right, left, and then you can relax at this point and set the system up again. If you can hold it, you can actually do a couple more marches. So now let's go right, left, keep holding, right, left. Okay, so there's 2 lifts on each side, so we're up to 3. Set it up again, hold, contract, right, left. And so again, the important part here is that your back is flat and that your stomach is tight. The march is easy. I can sit here and I can march all day. But what I want you to do is focus on the core. Focus on keeping the belly button sucked in. We want that transverse abdominis contraction is the most important part.
That's it.
Okay, nice job. So that's a set of 10. And so when we add the march, what that's doing, and we're going to even kind of take that up even another level with some heel slides after this, but what we're trying to do is when we add the march, we kind of compromise the base of support down here. What that does is your abs have to work harder to keep that back flat, to keep the stomach tight as we start moving the legs around. So let's get into our second set of 10. Flatten the back. Again, stomach sucked right into your spine. Hold that as long as you can. If it's only 1 rep at a time, that's fine. If you can hold and sustain like Camille and I are doing, go ahead and try that out. Nice job, ladies. Looks good. Keep it up. Nice. Again, the stomach's tight. You should be able to breathe through this. Let me mention that real quick. We don't suck in the stomach by taking a breath in. We kind of talked about that with the last video that we shot. It's not and then hold your breath while you do your marches. That's not what we want to do. I want you to actually, if it helps, you can breathe all your air out and now suck in your stomach. Okay, and so now I have no air in my lungs. My face is turning purple right now, but I should be able to hold this, and I should be able to hold this contraction. So breathe your air out, suck in your stomach, and now we're going to hit the marches. This is going to be our 3rd set of 10. We want 10 reps on each side. Looks just like that. Nice job, you guys. Keep it up. The back is flat. Stomach, again, belly button sucked right into your spine. That's the important part. I could care less about the marches. I want you to hold the back flat, and I want you to hold the stomach tight. We're just going to, this whole series, this whole progression to these exercises is based around this one move. And then we're just going to progressively make things a little more difficult.
Yep. So
right?
There's 30 marches.
Nice. Okay, fantastic. So to get into the next exercise, we're going to be right in this same position, and we're going to add a heel slide to it. And so to do that, so it's the same setup, back is flat, stomach's tight. And so suck your belly button into your spine. And so now, go ahead and hit those, Camille. And so now we're going to do heel slides.
Sliding one
yep.
out
And so we're sliding one out at a time. Sometimes this is going to help if you have if you're on a carpet, you can put paper plates underneath your heels. If you're on like a hardwood, you can use like a towel or something like that. But the goal is back is flat, stomach's tight, but then we're just sliding the heel out, and then we're bringing it back. And so again, stomach should stay nice and tight. So flatten the back, tighten the tummy, heel slides out, heel slides back. And so the reason why this is a little bit harder, keep going, you guys. Is that 10 yet?
No.
You're doing so great.
Oh, thanks.
How many you got?
3 more on each side.
Okay, she's got 3 more on each side, you guys. Keep up with Camille. So we're doing 10 slides on each side. Nice,
And
babe.
8.
Looks good. 8.
And 9.
Looks good. Good.
And last one.
Good. Fantastic. Okay, and so with this, here's the physics lesson, okay? And so, again, the pelvis, we want your pelvis, sorry, babe.
You're fine.
Here we go. So we want the pelvis to stay in this rocked position backwards, okay? So we call that a posterior pelvic tilt. That's the move that's flattening Camille's back into the ground. If she were to get out of that, so she's going to tilt anteriorly, now she's got this big arch under her back. And so we want that posterior pelvic tilt. Now the contraction comes, I want her to hold that position. Phase 1, or like the exercise that we just did, we're moving the weight of her leg up towards kind of where that contraction is taking place. It's harder than just holding the contraction, but it's not as hard as if we were taking the weight of her leg away from where that contraction is occurring. And so then go ahead and come back. And so it's that flat back, it's that tight tummy. Now we're progressing this by taking the weight of the leg away from that center, from where that contraction's occurring. So it's a little bit harder. However, we're sliding the heel on the ground so that, there's my daughter, I don't know if you heard her. We're sliding the heel along the ground, so it makes it a little more difficult, but not impossible. So we should be able to, again, flat back, tight tummy, slide the heel on the ground, and then pull it right back up. You might have to adjust where you're at on the mat. Flat back, suck in the stomach, heel slide out, heel slide back. Again, it's that weight of the leg that's going to want to take your pelvis into that anterior tilt. You've got to keep your back flat and keep that stomach engaged, keep it sucked in nice and tight while you're doing it. How many is that, babe?
This is 5.
Of our second set, of our third?
Hi, Kaylee.
Hey,
Second
there's
set.
our daughter. You got Legos? So we've got some commentary going on. This is real life, you guys.
9.
Here on a for a morning workout.
10.
The older kids are in school, the younger kids are not.
Okay, we got one more set of those.
Nice.
So take a breath, and then we jump right back in. So we're knocking them out.
Yep, we're just trying to, I mean, you know, we know you guys are busy. We know we're busy. We're just trying to knock them out. Flat back, tight tummy, slide that heel right along the ground, especially when the leg's all the way out in that lengthened position. That's where the contraction really gets difficult. That's where you guys really need to hold it. So again, it's just that TA muscle, the transverse abdominis, is the one that's sucking your stomach in while you're doing this. That's the one that's going to bring that abdominal separation closer together. That's the one that's going to give you an appearance of a smaller waistline. A strong muscle is a tight muscle. If we can make that muscle strong, if we can make that muscle tight, it's basically a waist trainer. It's basically a corset that you're going to wear all the time, that you're never going to take off. That's what we're going for. We're going for that nice, strong, nice, tight transverse abdominis muscle. Nice job, you guys. Looks good. Okay, there's, oh wait, is that 10?
Yep, 10.
Okay.
10.
I'm glad you're counting. You're the best.
Thanks.
All right, fantastic.
Okay.
And so now we're going to just stay in this same position. Grab your ball.
Or your
And
pillow.
we're going to, or your what?
Pillow?
Oh yeah, that's right. So if you don't have a ball, use a pillow, double a pillow up, and then that's what we're going to use.
Yep.
And so here's your series on this one. We did this with the last workout. We're just going to hold it for about a 3-second count this time. So flatten the back, tighten the tummy, squeeze the ball, squeeze the Kegel, hold 1, 2, 3, and then relax everything. Flat back, tight tummy, squeeze ball, squeeze Kegel, 1, 2, 3, and then relax everything. Flatten, tighten, squeeze, 2, 3. Good. Keep going on that. Flat, suck in the stomach, squeeze the ball, Kegel, 2, 3, and then relax. So again, those Kegel contractions, pelvic floor, it gets wrecked with pregnancy. We were just talking about this last night, actually.
Yes.
It's about how jump roping and jumping on the trampoline and even running is still a little bit scary. I know it's especially difficult immediately postpartum, but you guys, this is a problem that you shouldn't have to deal with. There's a lot that you can do. If you are experiencing the incontinence thing, if there is some leakage that goes on with stress or with different activities, it's those pelvic floor muscles. If those pelvic floor muscles are weak, and if they've just been through, the pregnancy thing, then yeah, like I said, they get wrecked. They go through battle. But just like any other muscle in your body, you can strengthen them and you can improve their function with the right exercises. And so that's why with all of these exercises, really, you can add this Kegel contraction. Here's our second set. Go ahead, flatten your back, tighten your tummy, squeeze the ball, squeeze the Kegel, hold 1, 2, 3, and then relax. And so again, your pelvic floor muscles, if I'm being professional about it, I'm saying it's the muscles that you use to avoid flatulence, to cut off the flow of stool, or to cut off the flow of urine. And so, again, that's my professional speak. Don't pee, don't fart. That's what I tell people. If you're trying not to pee or if you're trying not to fart, those are the muscles that I want you to contract. Hold that in, nice and strong, nice and tight. It's going to help. You guys, again, this stress incontinence thing, there's a lot that the right exercises can do to help out that condition. And so that's what we're all about. So we want to not only fix the mommy tummy, but we also want to help you guys with some of those other issues, some of those other things that you might be dealing with that are associated with this. How many more we got?
Last one. Here we go.
Last set of 10? Last contraction.
Last contraction.
Okay, so that's
2 sets of 10.
2 sets. Fantastic.
Catch your breath for a minute.
Okay, and so again, this is a little bit more difficult just because there's so many contractions associated with this. We're going to set it up in the right position, flatten the back. We're going to tighten the tummy, so suck in the stomach. We're going to squeeze the ball while holding that contraction, and then we're going to add that Kegel contraction to it as well. So don't pee, don't fart, and then relax everything. Flatten your back, tighten your tummy, squeeze the ball, squeeze the Kegel, hold 2, 3, and then relax. So series of contractions, good. The abs are nice and tight. The ball's squeezed, squeeze that ball. Good. Hold for a 3-second count. 2, 3, and then relax. Nice job, you guys. Looks good. Flatten the back, tighten the tummy, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, and relax. I lost count, babe. What do we got?
Number 7.
7. Here we go. 3 more. Good. Flat back, tight tummy, squeeze and squeeze. 2, 3, 8. 2 more. Flat back, tight tummy, and squeeze. 2, 3, 9. Last one. Flat back, tight tummy, squeeze. 2, 3, and 10.
So I start to feel these as you're contracting your lower abs so tight. I even feel it like wrap around.
Absolutely. And
to
so
your back. And I know some people have said my back is sore.
okay, you guys, check it out. I don't love back pain. I love back soreness. I love that you feel it in your back. This transverse abdominis muscle, quick anatomy lesson between sets. You got 4 abdominal muscles, okay?
That's what I love about it.
The most superficial one is going to be your rectus abdominis. That's the 6-pack muscle in the front. That's the one that gets separated with the diastasis recti. You've got your internal and your external obliques. Those muscles basically go from your the bottom of your ribs to the top of your pelvis. They kind of come in at this angle, and then you've got your inner obliques that come up at that angle. She stole my ball. And so those are your oblique muscles. Your deepest muscle, it's that transverse abdominis muscle. It originates on your lower back. It originates on those lowest lumbar vertebrae, and then also the top of your pelvis, kind of the top of the back of your hips, and then it wraps around to the front to connect right underneath that separation that gets pulled apart. And so if you're feeling it in your lower back, that means you're contracting that muscle in the right way. That means that you're feeling it there because that muscle wraps around just like a corset or just like a waist trainer. Let's get into bridges.
Okay, so we got bridges.
Lay
Just
on
like
your back.
we did the first time.
Okay, flat back, tight tummy, squeeze glutes. 1, 2, 3, and then relax. Just like that. Flat back, tight tummy, 2, 3, and then relax. Again, the most important part here, you guys, I get so winded doing this. It's like trying to carry on a conversation the whole time you're doing this. The important part here is the abdominal contraction. I think that so often we get so concerned about the supplementary motion that we forget that that's what we're all about. And so, again, it's not just bridge. I mean, like, I can sit here and bridge all day long. Your glutes are going to be nice and strong. But it's that TA contraction. We're trying to hold that TA contraction. So suck in your belly button and hold that while you're lifting. Hold 1, 2, 3, and then come back down. TA contraction, up, hold 1, 2, 3, and then come right back down. Good. So
catch your breath.
Just like that. Catch your breath for a second. And so that's what we're all about. Basically, you know, I understand that the majority of your day is not spent laying down, the majority of your day is spent up and active and using your hips and using your core. So what we want to do is train that core to be strong and to hold a contraction while you're going through these other motions, while these other muscles are activating as well. That's what we're all about. Let's jump into set number 2. Flat back, tight tummy, hold the stomach in, hold 1, 2, 3, and come right back down. Up, 1, 2, 3, and then come right back down.
I feel like this is a hard one to engage that TA when you're up at the top, because there's so many other things that you're holding in place. So,
but that's the goal, so keep that in mind.
It's really like a mental game.
Becomes a little more difficult. Again, that's where your focus is. Your focus is on that TA. The focus should be sucking the belly button in towards your spine. Good, you guys, looks just like that.
For 7.
Great one for the lower abs even. Like, that's where I kind of feel it. It's right through there. Nice, guys.
Last one.
Good.
Okay, catch your breath. We got one more set of those.
And so again, Camille and I are kind of rocking and rolling through this. If you need to go slower than this, totally fine. No shame in that. If you can go at this rate, that's awesome. Feel free to do that as well. Maybe, so on your sets, maybe it's flat back, tight tummy. Hold that up, 1, 2, 3, come down, and then kind of breathe for a second. Reset the system. Flat back, tight tummy, squeeze glutes, up, 1, 2, 3, and then come back down and reset the system. If you can do it 1 at a time, try to do them 2 at a time. Flat back, tight tummy, up, 2, 3, and then back down, and then jump right into another one, up, 2, 3, and then right back down. If that's easy, let's do 3 in a row. Flat back, tight tummy, suck in that belly button, keep it contracted, up, up, keep the stomach nice and contracted. Last one, up, nice and contracted, just like that. So there's a progression that you can do within the progressions. Flat back, tight tummy, up, hold, 2, 3. Again, go at your own pace. Go at what works for you. I want that stomach to be the thing that's working here. That's nice and flat.
Last one.
Nice. I should be able to come and punch you in the stomach right now. I want it to hurt my hand, not your belly. Just like that.
All right, I saw a question. I'm just going to
Nice job, you guys.
Let's see. Oh, I can't read it very well. We'll answer that after.
Sorry. We'll respond to comments after this.
There's a thing in my
The camera holder, my phone holder is in the way. We can't see what your comments are.
So
Thanks for joining us, you guys. It's good to see you this morning.
Single leg abduction.
Side lying abduction. And so, right now I'm on my left side. Sorry, I don't want my butt right in your face. Sorry, babe.
Just hold that far. Hold that Kegel.
Kegel contraction.
Everything was there.
All right, suck in your stomach. That's the most important part. And then we're going to go up with the right leg and then back down.
So how high to go? I mean, are we kicking up over our heads? Like.
And so the higher you go, the easier it gets. Wow. All right.
Double shot.
There's that. Double shot. I'm a dude. I'm not very flexible. That's like as high as I can go. Everybody make fun of that in comments. Everybody always does. Camille can like kick over her head. Well, how high can you go?
I can go
Show off.
there.
And so think about gravity. Gravity's always going to act straight down. If that leg is straight up, gravity's basically just loading the joint. However, if we keep it at like a 45-degree angle, that's where gravity acts maximally on our legs. So that's usually what I tell people. 45, 50, not too much more than about 60-degree angle is what we're after.
Okay.
Nice job, ladies. Looking good.
We'll say this one's 4 because we are kind of playing around.
Are you kidding me? I've done like 12. It was leg day this morning, you guys. I did a lot of band work, and this sucks right now. Okay, here we go. Again, stomach is sucked in. I don't care. Well, I do care about your hips. Obviously, we want that going. But this is the most important part, you guys. I want that stomach nice and tight. Nice and firm. Yeah, let's do the other side. That's going to be a welcome change. All right, here we go. Okay.
Leg.
So I'm on my right side. My right leg's bent. Suck in my stomach. Hips are stacked. Left leg up towards the ceiling. And then right back down. The problem that I probably encounter the most often in my PT clinic, your hip flexors, muscles in the front, are always a lot stronger than your hip abductors, the muscles in the back. And so the tendency is for people to roll backwards. You'll see how I kind of opened up a little bit. And now as I do this, I feel that right here in the front of my hip. Tells me that I'm using the wrong muscles. What I want you to do is keep that hip pushed forward. So you're forward this way, and then lift your heel up towards the ceiling. Keep your stomach sucked in, heel goes up towards the ceiling. All of a sudden now I feel that more in my butt. So there's a bone you can feel on the side of your hips. I want you to feel this behind that bone, not in front of that bone. Okay, left side, suck in your stomach. So now we're lifting right leg up towards the ceiling. And then right back
When
down.
I first started doing these, I was rolled back just because it was so much easier.
Right.
So
Keep
I
your
really
hips
have to think
forward.
about my hips stacking, like being perpendicular to the floor.
Yep. So that
Keeping
top
it
hip,
there.
good point. Top hip needs to be perpendicular, straight 90 degree to the floor, not open. Even a little bit more on the closed side. Again, you're going to feel it in your butt more if you do that. But again, keeping that stomach sucked in, you guys. We want that nice and contracted the whole time. Again, so with the marches and the slides, we work the muscles on the front of the hip. Bridges work the muscles on the side of the hip, or excuse me, back of the hip. These ones are on the side of the hip, and then we've just got to hit the adductors after this, the inner thigh muscles, just like that. So right side, stack the hips, contract the TA, hold the stomach in. Hey, we've got an emergency, you guys.
I'll keep going.
Do you want me to, so we've got to put on our butterfly fairy wings. Here we go.
That's how we roll here. Okay, here's 5.
And here's the other one.
And this movement's pretty like slow and controlled,
Yeah, it
right?
looks
Like
so
you're not just
It looks so
kicking it up.
Oh, is he buzzing? He's buzzing like a bee now. All right, how many do I got to do to catch up with you?
Just 3. I've got 3 left.
Nice.
So, like I was saying, slow and controlled, right? Like it's not a fast kick.
Yeah, we're not using momentum
Yeah.
to get it up there. Slow 2, 3, down 2, 3. Slow 2, 3, down 2, 3. Looks just like that. Okay, let's set.
Last set on
Well, it's
side.
burning a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
It was like
Day to day. All right, here we go.
Okay.
I'm on my left side. TA's sucked in. That belly's nice and strong, nice and tight. And we're gonna go up and back down. Keep that TA nice and tight, nice and contracted. So with this one, the other thing that we're doing is we're introducing a little bit more of an abdominal contraction anti-gravity, meaning on my stomach, I've got gravity acting down. It's super easy to contract those muscles. That's why we start there. Now we're going to roll over onto our side. All of a sudden, your guts want to spill kind of out this way. And so now it's a little bit more of a contraction to keep that stomach engaged, to keep your abs tight up the other way. All right, last set on the left. Laying on my right. TA is active, up and then down. Nice and slow, nice and in control. Should feel those muscles working. Again, the back of your hip, not the front of your hip. Keeping that stomach sucked in, keeping it nice and tight. Up and down for a 10 count. Good job, you guys. 10 reps. Here we go. Getting it done. Looking good. Phase 2 going up. Let's do this. Come on now. Here we go. Looks good, ladies. Keep it up.
Oh, by the end of this, like my lower abs are just so tired.
I know that means that you're doing the right thing. That's great.
But it hurts. Hurts so good.
Hurts so good.
Okay,
That's got to be 10, right?
2 more.
Holy cow.
I don't know.
You guys, I'm not going to make it.
I was
Nice.
thinking about how tired I was. Okay.
Okay, nice job, you guys.
Adductors.
One more. We got some side-lying adductors. I'm going to stay right here on my right side. What are you eyeing about? We just did the left side. Now, so now I'm on my right side. Left leg crosses in front. Don't make fun of my limited mobility, you guys. That's right there. Now, hold that TA contraction, lifting that right leg up towards the ceiling. So I'm on my right side. Left leg is crossed over the front. Right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. But again, it's that TA contraction. Right there. Get it.
This is terrible.
Okay, so Camille, before I tried to hit my wife, you guys don't tell anybody, she had her hand on her stomach.
Yeah.
You do that. And so I think that's a great cue. It's a great way that you can actually feel that muscle contraction. It's a great way that you can feel whether or not that's working, that you can engage those core muscles as you're going on this. So 10 on the right, flip over, we'll do 10 on the left. So again, I'm on my left side, right leg is crossed over the front, TA contracts, and then up we go, and then back down. Looks just like that, you guys, looks good.
Oh,
This is another one where if you're feeling aggressive, hit that Kegel contraction too. Don't pee, don't fart. So abs, Kegel, leg, up, 1, 2, down, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, down, 1, 2. Again, holding that stomach nice and strong, nice and tight. Engage that core, suck it in. Looks good, you guys. Mommy tummy fix. We're getting rid of it.
Sounds like a rap. Mommy tummy fix. Coming at ya.
Camille's gonna come up with a rap, you guys.
You guys, I'm
She'll-
so light.
She'll
Not my
post it.
strength.
She'll post it in the group, you guys. All right, left leg over the top.
Be more of a lullaby, I'm sure. Okay.
It's a little more your speed. There we go.
Slow.
Engage the abs. 4. Nice, you guys. Kegel contraction while you're in that. Hold those pelvic floor muscles nice and tight. Don't pee, don't fart. It's a little motion, but if you're doing it right, you guys are gonna feel this one. Nice, looks good, ladies. Keeping the abs nice and tight. Camille's got her hand there. I've got my hand there. Feel
That's
that
fine.
contraction. That was it.
That was it.
Come on. All right.
I don't think you're
I don't think I'm
flexing your
I don't think I'm working hard enough. Okay.
Okay.
Second set on the left. Here we go. So tighten the tummy, squeeze the abs. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3.
And same thing on this one. Don't roll back. Keep
Good point.
everything. Keep your
Yep.
hips stacked in the front.
Yep. So the tendency you're going to want to roll backwards. The leg crossing over the front is going to keep you there a little bit easier. But a good point. Don't let your hips roll backwards. Squeezing the inner thigh, squeezing the stomach. There's your money maker right there. Squeezing that tummy nice and tight. Looks good, you guys. Good.
3 more.
Gotta be about there.
2
Nice.
and 1.
Nice.
Okay. Last time.
Is this it? This is number 3?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. We
Some of us
started.
are exhausted.
We started on the right. Okay, you guys, let's do it. Last one. For all that it's worth. Here we go. Left leg's over the front. Right leg's raising up towards the ceiling. TA contraction. Hold the stomach in. 2, 3. Nice job, you guys. Here we go. 10 contractions. 4. 10 reps. 5. Nice job. Looks good. 6. Here we go. 7. Stomach sucked in. That's the important part. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. 10. Nice. Okay. Last set. Last side. Here we go. 10 contractions. So, laying on my left, right leg's crossed in front. TA is nice and active. Suck in your stomach. Belly button. I want that belly button in your spine, you guys. All the way in your back. Engage that muscle. But again, without just breathing in. You should be able to breathe through this while you're engaging that transverse abdominis. While you're engaging that deepest abdominal layer. Nice job, you guys. 10 of them. How many's that, babe?
Let's see. 7.
Nice. 3 more.
There's
8. 2 more. 9.
9.
Last contraction.
10.
10. Nice job, you guys.
Oh.
Whew, that's a good one.
Right.
All right, phase 2, Mommy Tummy Fix.
Oh.
Thanks so much for joining us, you guys. Hope you guys find this beneficial. It's fun for Camille and I to run you through it. If you have any questions, have any comments, go ahead and leave those. We'll jump in there.
We see those comments.
As soon as we can
coming.
see our screen, we're so sorry. We're going to be in here the rest of the day today for sure. We're in here every day trying to stay on top of your comments, trying to stay on top of your questions. We'll do that just as much as we can. This is your group, you guys. We want to be here as much as possible. We want to support you. If you have any, success stories, if you have any failure stories, if you have,
If you can't figure out one of the moves, like
let us know, and
jump on it,
we'll
do
get
a
it
video.
worked out. We'll get it worked out, you guys. This is your group. This is your success. These are your stories. So we want to be a part of that, and thank you for letting us do that. Okay, have a fantastic day.
Hey, see you
See
later.
ya. See you again.